Good morning, all of you. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the 10th class chemistry and physics, where Unit 1, Reflection of Light on the Curved Surfaces, Series 5 is going to be started. So, already we are discussing about the ray diagrams of concave mirror. So, by changing the position of object, say candle, so what will be the image, whether it is vertical or whether it is inverted, erected, enlarged, diminished, everything we are going to discuss, and how the rays are going to be converged as well as diverge themselves by changing the position of this object. Okay, so in the same series we entered into condition 6. In this condition 6, here the candle was placed less than the distance of this focal point. Here it is placed less than the distance of the focal point, and what will be the image position and what is the size of that image, what is generated in this condition, that is going to be discussed now. Okay, so let us observe the figure 14, where this is the object. You can say O denotes what object it is. It is placed less than the focal point. When object placed less than the focal point, so what happens? It used to generate the rays. That rays are falling on the concave mirror, and when they are falling on the concave mirror, they are used to originate the reflected lights, bounced lights which are coming. So one is passing through the focal point, and another ray is passing through the center of curvature. Now there is a condition we provided which are used to extend. It's a reflection of the light is extended beyond the curvature, beyond the concave mirror, and which used to converge at the point where you are going to get the image. So in this condition, in such a condition, this object is used to give the image which is larger in nature when compared to the original one, and this is called virtual object. Whatever image we are getting, that is called a virtual object, virtual image, but not real image. This is not the real image, but it is in vertical nature. This is called erected. Okay, enlarged one, erected one, virtual one, that kind of image is generated. So when we are placing the object which is less than the focal point, let us discuss in detail. Remember that, find out the image in the plane mirror. So whatever we are taking, the plane mirror, we are considering to decide the position of image. We extended the reflected rays backward. Reflected rays are extended in the backward direction beyond this curvature. This is called parabola. This is the curvature which is denoted as a concave mirror. Beyond this curvature, we are going to extend these reflected rays, right? So when we look the mirror, we are looking at these diverging reflected light. Okay, so these diverge. So how can you say these are diverging light? Because they are not coincided at any point. One of the light is passing through the focal point, second is passing through the center of curvature. Hence you can say these two are not meeting at any point. Hence these are called diverging rays. But in case of reflected rays, they are converged at particular instance where you are going to obtain a virtual image. Virtual image is obtained, which is shown in the figure number 14. Image does not really exist. This is not the real image. Instead, you can say it is the virtual image, right? So as shown in the figure 14, image will be erected. So it just resembles as a starting one. So it is in the vertical manner. The image formed also vertical manner. Hence you can say it is the erected one. Image will be enlarged. Its size will be elongated or enlarged one, right? Does this match with your observation? Have you seen in your laboratory experiment? Yes, exactly. When any object placed beyond this, so less than its focal point, very near to the mirror principal axis, now you will get the mirror, now you will get the image at the point where the convergence of the reflected light is possible, and it will be enlarged and said to be a virtual one. So this is clearly observed in the laboratory experiment also, so which clearly resembles with this condition 6. this image we get in extending rays backward, which is called a virtual image. We can't get this on the screen like a real image. So below this curvature, we are not able to get this kind of image. Hence, you can say it is the virtual image. So in the remaining all cases, you are getting the image below this curvature only, below this concave lens only. But in case of this one, behind the concave lens, you are getting. So this is a kind of virtual image. Right. And next is about condition 7. In case of condition 7, what we are doing, in case in which object is placed exactly at the center of curvature, in this condition, in the previous condition, it is placed less than the focal point. In the condition 7, what we are doing, exactly at the point of center of curvature, this object was placed, candle was placed. Right. So when this object was placed exactly at the center of curvature, what are the inferences drawn? What kind of image will be formed, and what is the point of convergence, and what will be the image size, and whether it is real image, virtual image, all these things we have to depict. Right. So this is a figure 15, where we conclude that image of the object will be formed in the same distance. Wherever object is there only you are getting its image. You can clearly identify. So here is the object is placed in the vertical manner, image is formed in the inverted manner, but at the same place. Right. So it is also obtained at the same place, but it is in the inverted manner at the center of curvature. Right. So it will be inverted and with the same size, whatever the distance, whatever the size of this object is there, in the same size image will be generated, but only the thing is inverted one. Right. What is your observation? This is the inference drawn from the laboratory experiment just to be discussed in the previous series, where center of curvature we are placing the object. The image also formed at the center of curvature. The size of the image will be same exactly as the object what we placed, and the nature will be inverted in nature. It is not erected one, rather you can say it is the inverted type of image is formed. Right. So this is another question, think and discuss. So it is the kind of critical thinking question. Do you get the image when the object is placed as a focal point? So when object is placed at the focal point, is it possible to get the image or not? Draw the ray diagram, do the experiment. So this is the ray diagram for the condition where object is placed exactly at the focal point. So this is a diagram which is collected from the internet. Quora questions. So from that I collected this data. Thank you very much. Okay. So if the object exactly placed at the focal point, what happens? So it used to form its image beyond its curvature, beyond its concave lens. And you can say it is the virtual one. And always the distance will be infinity. We are not able to measure the exact distance from this object actually. So at infinite distance, you are able to get the image that is the virtual one. And always you can say that will be enlarged. The size of the image will be very larger in nature, and it will be inverted in nature. If it is vertically upright, if the object is vertically upright, exactly inverted image will be generated with a larger size, greater the distance, and that distance we are not able to measure. Infinite distance, you can say. So this is a laboratory activity what we did, and the same question again repeated here under this critical thinking question. So when we are placing the object exactly at the focal point on the concave mirror, so it used to give the image behind its curvature, and at the infinite distance that able to generate it, and the size is an enlarged one, inverted, and at infinite distance object is image is generated. These are the inferences drawn from this question what they are asking for. Okay, so this is a critical thinking question. And next let us move on to applications of ray diagram. So till these conditions we discussed about concave mirror. On this concave mirror we place the object at different distances. As we are shifting the position, what kind of its images are generated, all these are drawn in the tabular form under the laboratory experiment, and different conditions are individually deliberated too. right? Now we are going to discuss about what are the important applications of these ray diagrams. Okay, so we clearly, from all these inferences, we clearly know that there is a peculiarity in the concave mirror ray diagrams. Okay, by simply changing the position, so different kind of images you will get, and such images are used in our daily life applications too. So let us see what are the kind of applications which are drawn from this ray diagrams of concave mirror. Object placed near to the concave mirror, we are applying the condition. Here you can see this is the object, for example. The object here is the curvature which is said to be a concave mirror, and it is very near. So the object placed very near to the mirror. So less than its a focal point. So focal point and center of curvature is far away. And this object is very closer to the mirror. In this condition, what kind of image you are expecting for? So let us see how it will be. They enlarge the size of image. So here is the image. Beyond this curvature, beyond this concave lens, you are getting its image, and it is the enlarged one. So larger the size of this image is possible. This is the one condition. And the second is image is erected. So can you find it is a vertical or inverted? So it is a vertical upright only, just like object, how the object is placed in the same manner, its image is also originated. So you can say it is an erected image. This property is used in many places because of this one. If you are placing the object in very closer distance to the mirror, that will reflect the light with the larger size image. Virtual image is obtained, but vertical upright image is obtained. This is very essential, especially in the diagnosis purpose. Dentists are used to identify the tooth structure, and also any deformations, any small minute fracture, any small cavity is there in the dental structure. Everything can be easily analyzed by this kind of concave mirror analogy, where object is placed very near to object is placed. Object, what is the object here? Our tooth structure is the object here, and this is the kind of mirror called concave. When this concave mirror thrown very closer to the object, what happens? So it is very far distance away from the focal point, so that image is generated in the enlarged sized image is generated, so that it is clearly visible to our naked eye. So this is a kind of application where dentists are used to diagnose the tooth structure and cavities, whatever the skeletal structure of this system. So that analysis is carried, and even in the what we can say shaving mirror, same kind of analogy get applied, right? So this is for the position of the object, which is very closer to the concave mirror, where you can apply. Dentists are used to diagnose if any defects are present in the tooth structure, and also in the shaving mirrors you can apply the same. Let us move on to any other application of any other condition. Now, where we are placing the condition here is, we are going to converse all the reflected light at the focal point. What will be the inference you are going to draw from this? Okay, so object is placed any region, but the condition is, so here parallel light rays are used to fall on this curvature called concave mirror, and reflected back, bounced back, and all are used to converge, used to combine at particular point. At which point you are going to combine all these light reflected light regions? That is at the focal point. So this is known as a focal length. What is focal length? The distance between the concave mirror to the focal point is called a concave focal length, right? Now we are going to bounce back all the parallel light rays onto the single point called a focal point. Then what are the inferences you are going to draw, and what kind of applications you can find with this type of mirror? Let us see. So same analogy can be applied in this television antenna. Television antenna is able to receive the light rays which are coming from the universe, and all get concentrated only at the particular point called the focal point, so that you are able to get wireless communication system. Again, you can say this is a kind of wireless communication. We are not getting information from one place to another through the wire system. It is a kind of wireless communication, which is purely because of converging the light rays at the particular instance, so that you are going to obtain its image. So object placed anywhere that used to fall on the mirror. Now this dish antenna is working like a this antenna is working like a concave mirror, where the all rays coming from the universe are concentrated only at the particular point called a focal point, so that the image will be generated. So this is the important application of this concave mirror. So if we converge all the light rays at the particular point, a very clear vertical upright image can be generated. So when this condition is obeyed by the light rays in the concave mirror. So this is the important application. When we are converging all the light rays at the particular focal point, you will get the clear image of that one. And that is the important application, the television communication systems, right? And the another question we are going to draw here. Have you observed the rear view mirror of the car? Rear view mirror of the car. See, in the car, you can find two kind of mirrors, concave and convex both. When you observe the side mirrors, those are bulged outside, those are said to be convex mirrors. When the mirror which is present in front of the driver, that is a flat one and curvature one, and that is said to be a concave mirror. Okay, so flat mirror which is present in the automobiles, so that is a concave mirror, and the side mirrors are said to be convex mirrors. Okay, so here rear view mirror is nothing but that used to give the analysis of what are the objects coming behind that. We are not able to see always what are present in the backside of our, so that these mirrors used to give the visualization of those objects which are present backside of us. So by using these side mirrors, which are made up of convex mirrors, and they are used to give the ray diagram or rear view. Rear view is possible. And in case of this one, if you observe this person, this student, so when he is very closer to this convex mirror, what happens? So in this ray diagram, you can observe that his image is diminished. It is very smaller in nature, and it is erected one only. It is erected, means it is not inverted. How the object is there, in the same manner you are getting its image. So erected image is obtained, but it is somewhat lower in size. This is for the car side mirror. This is the live example or live application for these mirrors. And another we are going to discuss what type of surface do they have. So what type of surface for these side mirrors? Side mirrors are made up of what? Convex mirror that is bulged outside, and the curvature is there outside. Dome type of structure will be there. So if it is curved inside, that is said to be a concave mirror. So inside of the car, you can find that. Outside of the car, you can find this convex mirror. So what is the reason for using these side mirrors which are made up of convex mirror? So the important reason is the image formed in the convex mirror is highly diminished. Whatever the object, very large object is there behind you, still you are able to see the entire picture of that one in the short form. This is the kind of system called a diminished image, right? So convex mirror is used to give the entire picture of the object whichever present behind us, backside of us, in the completed manner, but small size of that object you are able to see. So based on that, you can analyze how you have to move in the traffic. So convex mirror gives the wide field of the view of the traffic behind the vehicle. So whatever the traffic is there, that you can clearly analyze by using these side mirrors. That's the reason why side mirrors purely made up of convex mirror. So it is not exactly same size, diminished size object you can see, so that so large space you can cover in the small mirror which available in your hands. Okay, so by this we completed today's session. Hope this will be helpful for you. Concave mirror. In this concave mirror, by changing the position of object, how the image will be generated and what are their consequent applications, those discussed in this session. In the next session, we will apply the same concept to the convex mirror, right? So by changing the position of object in front of convex mirror, how the position and size as well as what a shape of that kind of object and image will be changed, that are going to be discussed in the next session. Hope this session will be helpful for your preparation. Thank you very much for your consistent listening. Thank you one and all.